Hi, wonderful people. Welcome back to Real Talk with Ihoma. My name is Ihoma and I am delighted to be here today because guess what? You guys made my goals come true. We are 407 subscribers strong. Big shout out to the 407 subscribers on this channel. Every single one of you, my friends, are incredible. Thank you for making this come to pass. You guys did not only get me to 400, but you surpassed it. That's how awesome and wonderful you guys are. You guys go extra. Thank you so much to everyone who shared, who subscribed, and welcome to everyone who's just joining us for the first time. Welcome to the family. And if you want to join the family, if you're watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel because we're going to be having a whole lot of topics like this, issues and mindset hack, personality growth tips we're going to be sharing on this channel. So I haven't said this before, but one of the major reasons, or one reason that informed my decision to create this channel, is to bring awareness and core insights to issues we face as humans. And these issues usually have to do with our minds and our mindset, because I firmly believe that a person's mindset is the cell unit of life. And then this mindset is usually influenced by what we think we can bring to the table, and that is our self-worth, like the price tag you put on yourself. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Okay, so let's start with the obvious question. What is self-worth? Basically, just trying to think about it from the name, self-worth. Self means you, me. And then worth means value, price. So if you just put the two words together, it means my value, my price. Self-worth is defined by you. It's what you place on yourself. It's the price tag you place on yourself. Simple. That's it. We all have the same intrinsic value in the eyes of God, who is our maker. Every human being is the same. Like I said in my previous video, nobody is better than the other. That's exactly how God looks at us. But unfortunately, some of us don't look at ourselves the way the owner of us, the creator of us, looks at us. And that is where the issue of self-worth is. And that's why when I talk about self-worth, I'm not talking about others' worth. I'm not talking about what others say about you. Self-worth should be what God says about you, because even you yourself, most of the times you might actually look down on yourself. In this video, I'm actually going to be concentrating on self-worth as regards to how we put ourselves out there, and generally the image we project to others. Consequences of low self-worth can be very disastrous. Imagine somebody committing to spend the rest of their lives with someone that is not deserving of them, someone that puts them down every now and then, someone that kind of snuffs out every value and worth that they think they have. Somebody actually committing to such person because they think they don't deserve more. That's like eternal misery. So it's something that every one of us should really pay attention to. If you're a young person watching me, I'm so grateful to God that you have stumbled on this video, because you should really listen. Self-worth is something that would affect every area of your life, because every decision you make in life, one way or the other, stems from your self-worth. It stems from the price tag you put on yourself. You see, every one of us have an intrinsic value. Everybody has some sort of price tag on themselves. So it depends on what you actually put as your price tag. Some of us don't even care to put any price at all, and trust me, that is even the worst. Let me paint a picture to you that would help you understand the message I'm trying to pass across. So let's say, for example, you go you want to buy a pack of milk, and then you go into the supermarket. When you go into the supermarket, you already know that once you go there, you're not going to hassle, you're not going to negotiate the price. The price is there. I mean, you go into the supermarket, the place is looking all clean, you know, everywhere is looking fine, the AC is on, and you go to the pack of milk and it's boldly written there that this milk is, let's say, 200 euros. Okay, now you're not going to take that pack of milk and go to the cashier and say, oh cashier, please, I want to negotiate, can you give me this milk for 50 euros? And look at now, it says just small milk, there's a little dirt on it, this one, that one. Nobody would even answer you. So when you're going to the supermarket, you're going there knowing that you have to be able to afford the exact price written on it. I mean, you go in there with that knowledge. Now compare that to someone who goes like to the open market like we have in Nigeria. You know, you just go to a shop in the open market, there is no price tag on the milk. You just go, you see the milk, you bring the milk. Oh madam, how far now? How much is this milk? And she says, it's 500. We're like, 500 what? I beg, madam, I'm going to pay 50 euros or I'm going to pay 15 naira. Like, you start negotiating and haggling and all that. And maybe in the end you buy it for way cheaper than you would have gotten it at the supermarket. So what's the difference? It's the same milk, it's the same brand, everything is the same, but in the supermarket you're buying it like 5 times more expensive than you're buying it in the market. Bring that analogy into our lives. So most of us allow people to downgrade us, allow people to cheapen us, and just so that they can pay a flimsy price at us. Why do we sell ourselves short? The simple answer is most times we sell ourselves short to people just because we intrinsically believe that we are not deserving of something better. We believe that we shouldn't ask for more. Now, still going back to the analogy of the milk in the supermarket and that in the open market, we know that everybody would not be going to the supermarket to purchase milk because people already know that, look, for you to be able to enter that supermarket and buy that milk, you have to have a particular amount of money. So if you don't have that amount of money, it's better you go to the market where you can find anything and haggle and negotiate at any price. So you see, more people will troop to the open market and very few people will go to the supermarket. But you are very sure that those people that are going to the supermarket to purchase that milk, they know the value of what they are going to do. They are ready to pay the price. Okay, compared to those people that are going to the open market. Every Tom, Dick and Harry is going to the open market to get that milk. Apply the same thing in our lives. One word that you should begin to put at the top of your vocabulary is no. Yes, no. Personally, growing up, no was the hardest thing for me to say. You would rarely hear me say the word no, and not just only literally no, but also in my actions. Just because I just wanted everybody to be okay, everybody to be happy with me, because at that point in my life, I dwelt on other people's approval of me. I felt that the more people approved of me, the more worthy I was. Boy, was I so wrong and naive. Because right now I have come to know and understand that the lesser people you even have in your inner space, the better and the higher quality of life you have. You don't need every Tom, Dick and Harry in your inner space. And the best way to actually trim and prune off people that don't deserve you, people that shouldn't be in your life, to only allow those who are deserving of you, is to set standards. And standards is the price tag you put on yourself. Just the same way a Samsung phone. I remember when the Samsung S10 came out, you know, when we went to the phone shop, you see the phone sitting pretty, you know, in that glass shelf, and the price was boldly written there, 1,000 euros. Nothing less, maybe a little more, but nothing less. And you dare not haggle. If you couldn't afford it, you just walk past. You look at it, oh, this is nice, you appreciate it. You only look and you can't touch. It is only meant for those who could afford it. They knew who they were looking for. They knew the kind of customers they were looking for. They were not looking for any Tom, Dick and Harry. Only those people who could afford it, who would appreciate what that S10 Samsung phone is. It's the same thing in our lives. When you put a price tag on yourself, when you begin to set standards for yourself, it automatically filters the kind of people, people, yes, that you let into your space. And then those that are able to pass through that filter, best believe that they will be the ones, they will give you a richer and higher quality of life. And most of the time, those people are also people that have high self-worth, because like attracts each other. So set standards. That's the major message of this video. Now, one way, like I said, you can actually start setting standards is to say no. I'm sure many people will be like, isn't that going to be arrogant? Won't you be selfish? No, you're not going to be selfish. God has given us that option to choose. You have every right to be choosy. You have every right to choose what comes into your life, to choose the price tag you're going to place on yourself. It is not selfish if you decide to put some sort of value, price on yourself. You're not being selfish by doing that. You are actually being very healthy and very mature by doing that. You only get what you accept in life. If you decide to accept people speaking to you anyhow, people putting you down, you are in a relationship, a toxic relationship, and you decide to accept it because you believe in your head that this is what I deserve, there's no better man out there, there is no man out there that would treat me better. It is all your fault if you decide to stay in a relationship that devalues you, that demeans you every now and then, just because you think there's no other. We are over 7 billion people in this world. So how would you continue to remain with someone who obviously lacks self-worth and self-value, and that's why they're projecting that onto you? How would you continue to remain with that person? Not just in romantic relationships, in every kind of relationship, platonic relationship, because whether we like it or not, the energy we allow around us, the people we surround ourselves with, definitely affect the quality of our lives, definitely affect how we value ourselves in a way. So it's time to stand up and put a price tag on yourself. And don't just stop at putting a price tag, also add tax. Look, you have to stand up for yourself. One thing I have learned at this point of my life is that nobody is coming to save me. Nobody. There is no Prince Charming, there is no Superman or Superwoman, there is no angel. Nobody. You can only save yourself. Even God has given us the power to choose whatever it is we want to be in this life. So even the fact that you're a child of God doesn't mean that you shouldn't reason, like you shouldn't put some certain things in place. Start to show people how to treat you. What do I mean by that? Now imagine, let's say you go to, a very tush nice, let's say office. Everywhere is clean, everywhere is all aesthetic. Imagine entering into such kind of place. When you enter, you won't just get water, drink, and fling the plastic on the floor, or you eat and you dump it on the floor. No, you will not. Nobody has to come and tell you, oh, don't eat here, or don't litter this place. You already see that there's a standard around. It's only an abnormal or a mad person that will go into such a place and maybe just behave anyhow and litter the place. Compare that to, let's say, going to the market or going to somebody's house that is, you're seeing roaches and it's dirty and everything. You will just feel, oh, okay, this place is already dirty now. What's there? Let me follow the trend. You can drink a bottle of water and fling it on the floor. You can eat and fling the wrap on the floor. What does that tell you? You have to show people how to treat you. If you want people to value you, you have to start by valuing yourself. And that is why, if you haven't watched my previous video, you should go and watch it. It has to start first with you. You have to understand yourself first and accept who you are before you can now project yourself to people and say, this is how I want you to treat me. These are the standards. These are the limits. Another thing is, avoid being desperate and learn how to be patient. Because if you are someone who is impatient, you cannot wait. Let's just use the example now. Say you want to get into a relationship or you want to get married, and you're thinking, oh, my biological clock is ticking, whatever that is. I need to get married so that I get children. Don't worry, most of us thought like that. And because you're desperate and you're not patient, any Tom, Dick and Harry comes that doesn't value you, that maybe is just getting married to you for marriage sake. Once you're desperate, you're very, very prone to selling yourself short. So thank you so much for staying with me up to this point. I hope you have gained so much value. If you have, please hit the like button right now. If you haven't subscribed to this point, I hope I have been able to convince you with what I've said for you to subscribe, because there's so much more from where all this came from. I'm going to be making more videos like this, and in the end, my sole aim is to make impact and to pass values. If you have any suggestions on things you want me to talk about, please write them down in the comment section. I really want to connect with you guys. I'm all up for having discussions, and let me know what's your experience with self-worth. If you would like to share, please also write them down in the comment section. I have a new Instagram page. I'm going to put the link in the description box and also in the screen. Do well to follow me. I just started the page. I actually had one before, but somehow it got lost, so I started up another one, and I would also follow you back. Okay, all right guys, so I see you next time. Know that you're priceless. Period.